Insert clip about me crying about Patroclus's death. I'm crying. Okay, I'm not crying, but like I forgot that Patroclus in the Greek mythology like dies before Achilles. And I didn't expect it because people were like, okay, this book is like through Patroclus's eyes. I'm like, well, we can't have a book with when if Patroclus is like dead. And the thing is like now he passed away. Like I'm so stressed. And Achilles doesn't know this. And yeah, I'm not done, but I wonder if they're gonna do the Trojan horse thing. Yeah. Okay. It's so dark in my room as well. Hi, book friends. Today I will be doing a book review on the Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I went into this book thinking that it's a young adult book. It wasn't. And I was feeling a lot of emotions the past week as I've been reading it. And I've enjoyed thoroughly reading this. I've been actually reading quite a few good books because it was the book that I'd been reading poetry the past month, and it's the first book that it has been literature or novel that I've read after reading poetry. This book tells the story of Patroclus and Achilles' relationship and going into the Trojan War, the war that was started by Paris taking Helen of Troy. So it's based on the Greek mythology or Greek story of the Trojan War, and it's told by Patroclus, and we've seen everything through Patroclus's eyes. So Patroclus and Achilles in this book are in love. They are gay for each other, and I loved it. I loved seeing a perspective of Achilles. I never realized that I didn't know much about Achilles and that there's a lot of myths about him, because what Madeline did was tackle this whole issue of Achilles being an immortal, and the only way that he was able to be killed is through his shin on his ankle somewhere, and that was in the story. So Achilles has a goddess for a mother, Tethys, who is just a horrible character. She's just a horrible person. She's not a horrible character, she's a horrible person. There weren't any horrible characters in this book in the sense that they were horribly written. And when I finished this book last night, which won't make a difference because this is the internet and time is a construct, I was like struggling to think of how I'd rate this book, but I would give it 5 stars out of 5. It is written splendidly. It is written in a very simple language, which is my favorite kind of language. And I just loved it. I loved all of the characters. Okay, I didn't love all of the characters. I really loved Patroclus and Achilles' relationship. I thought that it was a kind of a really messy relationship at times, but I really enjoyed seeing their love for one another, and seeing them grow up and be old together was really enjoyable. And other characters that I love was Odysseus, and I would love for Madeline Miller, if she ever watches this, to do a story on Odysseus and his journey back to Ithaca. Sorry. And yeah, overall, I would recommend this book to anyone. It's not a young adult book. It's very contemporary and Greek mythology, Greek stories. Gods come in this book. They just come in the middle of nowhere and they do the horrible things, and they very much part of the story. They are acknowledged. Patroclus sees Achilles' mother whenever he pops up. And in terms of the characters, Achilles was a very vain character, or not vain, he was very egotistical as the book progresses, because when they were young, they kind of really had a happy life. They were kind of sheltered, they were doing the relationship things, but as soon as his fate was told to him, he was really focused on being this hero, and it was really frustrating to see, and very frustrating to see Patroclus kind of sheltering him and being afraid to talk about how this fate is killing him inside, because Patroclus was just like torn with angst and just sad that his lover, his Achilles, would die. And yeah, overall, as I've said, this book is a gem. 5 stars out of 5. It's not my classical 5 stars out of 5, but it is brilliantly written. The characters are brilliantly meshed out. I disagreed with one thing where there's a part where Patroclus engages in a relationship with a character early on in the book. I didn't see where that fit in, and I would, if I ever had a chance to talk to Madeline Miller, ask why they felt the need to do that. But overall, as I've said, brilliant book, 5 stars out of 5. I recommend it. Other than that, thank you for watching. Please click subscribe if you like content about books from a different perspective. And I'll see you next time. Like, comment, and tell me which books you're reading. Bye. I was on Tumblr when I was recording when I was reading Song of Achilles, and I think it was just like so beautiful to see so many things about it. So like this, okay, so Achilles like, okay, so the plan is that you're going to dress and act like me, but make sure you don't actually try to fight anyone because that could give you away and get you killed. And like, look at these memes. These are such gems. And people are writing like AUs and so on. And it's just, look at this. This is so cute. Like, I'm trying to keep it like short. And like, people are so creative. And I don't know, I'm trying to look at my favorite, but like also looking at how people see Patroclus as dark skinned, and I was really happy about that because I don't know, for some odd reason I um yeah, sorry, look at this one. It says marry me, Achilles, and then Achilles is like, in case you haven't noticed, I'm gay as fuck, I don't like girls and I don't want to marry. Have you ever seen me without Patroclus standing right beside me? That's gay. Okay, bye. For real now.